Huawei's new phone incredibly disturbing. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of China Record. Today we're talking about the Huawei Mate 60 Pro, the latest smartphone from the Chinese tech giant that's causing a stir around the world. Apparently, this phone has a super advanced chip that's freaking out the US government. The US Commerce Secretary said it was incredibly disturbing that Huawei could make such a chip despite the US sanctions on China's semiconductor industry. So, does this mean that China has made a breakthrough in technology? Or is it just propaganda to boost Huawei's image? Will the US impose more sanctions on China? And how will China respond to the US pressure? The Huawei Mate 60 Pro. The Huawei Mate 60 Pro is not just a normal phone, but it's a strong message from China's semiconductor industry to its rivals, the United States, that China will do whatever it takes to levitate itself from foreign reliance. The Huawei Mate 60 Pro is a smartphone with world-beating camera. It has a breakthrough telemacro camera lens and the expected flagship phone features, great speakers, a decent battery, and plenty of RAM. The Kirin 9000's chip, while not as good as the latest from Apple and Qualcomm, wins on 5G connectivity and, considering US sanctions, is quite an achievement. The Kirin 9000 is also a testament to Huawei's resilience and innovation in the face of the US sanctions that have cut off its access to key suppliers and technologies. By developing its own chip, Huawei has shown that it can overcome the challenges posed by the US and continue to deliver cutting-edge products to its customers. The Kirin 9000 is made by China-based SMIC using its second-generation 7nm class process and stacking, then provided to Huawei in violation of US sanctions. The chip measures 107mm, which is slightly larger than the 5nm-based TSMC-manufactured Kirin 9000 chip, 105mm. It features an octa-core CPU with 4 custom Taishan cores and 4 ARM Cortex-A510 cores. The Kirin 9000 also packs a huge image signal processor, ISP, that supports up to 6 cameras and can process up to 200 megapixels of image data per second. The ISP enables advanced imaging capabilities for the Mate 60 Pro, such as optical zoom, night mode, portrait mode, and more. The Kirin 9000 also features a new neural processing unit, NPU, that consists of 2 big cores and 1 tiny core. The NPU is responsible for AI tasks such as face recognition, scene detection, natural language processing, and more. The Kirin 9000 is a powerful and innovative chip that showcases Huawei's resilience and ambition in the face of the US sanctions. It is also a symbol of China's progress and potential in the semiconductor industry. The Huawei Mate 60 Pro is not only a smartphone, but also a symbol of China's ambition and determination to become a global leader in the semiconductor industry. Huawei under US's sanction. So here's the deal. Huawei, that big tech company from China, has been in hot water with the US since 2019. The US was like, nope, you're a security risk, and slapped sanctions on them. This really messed with Huawei's mobile phone biz. The US didn't stop there. They put Huawei on their naughty list and told other countries to keep Huawei out of their 5G networks. Now, any company that wants to sell stuff made with US tech to Huawei needs a license from the US. In 2020, the US was like, let's make this even tougher. They made new rules to stop Huawei from getting semiconductor tech. Now, if a company uses US tech or software to design chips, they can't ship to Huawei without a thumbs up from the US government. The US even stopped Huawei from getting important parts like microchips and made them create their own operating system because they couldn't use Google's Android anymore. That's why Huawei came up with their own system called HarmonyOS. But you know what? Huawei isn't giving up. They've been stockpiling chips, putting money into research and development, and finding new suppliers. They're even said to be making their own chips in China. But let's be real, these sanctions have really hurt their phone sales and slowed down their growth. A surprise announcement. In an unexpected turn of events, Huawei, the renowned tech behemoth from China, dropped a bombshell during the visit of the Commerce Secretary to China. The company pulled the curtains off its latest marvel in the smartphone arena, the Mate 60 Pro. This new flagship device is not just another smartphone in the market, it's a game changer. The Mate 60 Pro is equipped with a groundbreaking chip that sets it apart from its competitors. This innovative piece of technology is expected to revolutionize the way we use smartphones, making our lives more convenient and connected. It's not just about making calls or sending messages anymore, it's about experiencing technology at its finest. This announcement has sent ripples across the tech world, with experts and enthusiasts eagerly waiting to get their hands on this new device. The unveiling of the Mate 60 Pro is a testament to Huawei's commitment to pushing the boundaries of what's possible in smartphone technology. It's safe to say that with this new release, Huawei has once again raised the bar in the smartphone industry. U.S. Commerce Secretary is calling Huawei's new phone incredibly disturbing. Reports of an advanced chip in Huawei Technology's newest smartphone are incredibly disturbing, U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo said during a Senate committee hearing on Wednesday. In her Senate hearing, Raimondo declined to comment on investigations into Huawei's alleged chip breakthrough, yet pointed out that her department imposed a $300 million fine on Seagate for violating controls on sales to Huawei. The news of the advanced chip has sent shockwaves through the tech industry, raising questions about the effectiveness of U.S. sanctions on Huawei. The Chinese tech giant has been under intense scrutiny and restrictions from the U.S. government due to concerns over national security and its alleged ties to the Chinese government. Raimondo's comments underscore the ongoing tension between the U.S. and Huawei and highlight the challenges in enforcing export controls and sanctions. The alleged breakthrough by Huawei suggests that despite the U.S.'s efforts to curb its access to advanced technology, the company may still be finding ways to innovate and advance its tech capabilities. The fine on Seagate, a major supplier of hard drives, indicates that the U.S. is serious about enforcing its export controls and is willing to penalize companies that violate these rules. This could serve as a warning to other companies doing business with Huawei and may deter them from violating U.S. export controls. However, it remains unclear how Huawei was able to develop such an advanced chip amidst these restrictions. This development could potentially change the dynamics of the global tech industry and further escalate tensions between China and the U.S. Last October, the Biden administration enacted sweeping export control measures to restrict China's ability to procure advanced chips. Washington also successfully persuaded allies to stop the transfer of state-of-the-art lithography equipment used to produce cutting-edge semiconductors. The U.S. is expected to announce expanded controls on chip sales to China this month. Taiwanese authorities investigate local firms Huawei links amidst U.S. sanction. Taiwanese authorities have started an investigation into 4 local companies that are suspected of helping Huawei Technologies in setting up chip-making facilities in southern China. This move could potentially increase tensions between the U.S., China, and Taiwan. The companies under investigation are primarily involved in services related to wastewater and environmental protection processes and do not deal with critical technology. One of the firms, Topco Scientific, confirmed its involvement in environmental protection efforts but denied any transactions involving semiconductor materials or equipment with Huawei. Another company, United Integrated Services, acknowledged its Chinese subsidiary's involvement in renovating the interior of a semiconductor manufacturer reportedly linked to Huawei. The Taiwanese Ministry of Economic Affairs is planning to investigate whether these firms' activities in China align with the scope of their original applications approved by Taipei. The case raises concerns about potential breaches of U.S. sanctions against Huawei. This development highlights the complex web of international technology collaborations amidst geopolitical tensions. Further updates on the investigation are anticipated within the coming weeks. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And don't forget to leave a comment below. I love hearing from my viewers. I'm also working on the next episode of the series, so stay tuned for that. I'll release it as soon as it's ready. In the meantime, you can check out my other videos on my channel. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate your support.